So Josh and I on my previous visit had gone around and he pointed out some highlights on certain vehicles. This is a favorite of his. This is the one I was referring to in the other video. What can you tell us about this one, Josh?
Well, this is a 1940 Ford Deluxe Woody Wagon that's undergone an absolutely amazing extensive restoration. This car spent 4 years straight in the restoration shop, an exorbitant amount of money. They actually created all of the molds for the wood.
This is the one I was thinking of. There were no molds that existed for the wood.
So they made them.
Wow.
Which added an immense expense to restoring this vehicle.
Now, I can't open one of those doors because I'm not museum stand, but Josh can, so he'll open the passenger door and we'll show you what it looks like inside here. Now that, I'm assuming that's a corner ashtray right there.
Yep.
Which is really unusual. Then you go into the clock.
The inside and the roof, everything that went into making this is absolutely beautiful. It's, you know, it's the quintessential over restoration, because everything on this vehicle now is probably nicer than when it actually rolled off of the factory floor. But it's a testament to, who else was going to do it. So it's an absolutely phenomenal piece. Now there are aftermarket parts on it. Some of the bright work is aftermarket reproductions.
Because it just wasn't available.
Yes, and they'd be available, but it would cost. You want to double the price tag of
right
of doing it.
Now, just to give you an idea, the base price on this in 1940 was $950. Now, I know, talking to Josh, several $100,000 figure to do the restoration on this, and it came straight from the restoration shop to the museum here, so the owner could get the advantage of the tax write-off.
Yeah. All of our vehicles in the museum, we honor our donors by a year of the vehicle and the state of the plate that they're from. And it took us 2 years to find that 1940 Rhode Island plate.
And tell me the story about that, because you told me last time.
Yeah.
You walked. As soon as you walked into the swap meet.
The Cayenne swap meet, which they pub, which is right down in Louisville on the Kentucky-Indiana border. The very first booth I walked up to, there was this 1940 Rhode Island plate, and I told the guy, I have to have this, and he had like $135 on the plate, and I told him who I was and what I was doing with it, and he sold me the plate for $40. $1 for every year for the 1940 plate.
And that's just great.
Yeah, but I had to drive 4.5 hours to a swap meet over 2 years to find it.
So folks, if you've got an early Ford V8, but really if you've got any vehicle at all, because they'll take pretty much any vehicle in donation because they can find a use for it to turn it into cash. I gotta tell you, and this is just my personal opinion, I go all over the country, I visit all kind of museums. There's very few executive directors, I think, that are worth whatever they get paid, but Josh has an unusual passion for the nonprofit museums, and he's been doing this pretty much his whole life, and this is a very worthwhile museum to donate a vehicle to, or make a cash donation, or help them out any way you can.
Become a member.
Become a member. I did last time on my, I did earlier before I visited, but come down here. We're in Auburn, Indiana. Don't go to the Cord Duesenberg Museum. Everybody does that. Come down here to the early Ford V8 Museum and
as well.
No, you just want to come here. You want to come here, and then if you got time left over, you want to go to the Auburn Cord. Natmus is a good museum too, but this is worth a visit. So get off your butts and come down, and I'll do more videos as I stop by. I hope everybody has a good weekend.